favorite scary movie.
The Mangler.
The reason for the existence of the Mangler is down to the fact that in the 90s, Stephen King adaptations were all the rage. I've already talked about one This Scary Mania in Sleepwalkers. Man, that was just a wild one, wasn't it? And while it being the Mangler is not nearly as insane as Sleepwalkers, it's a weird little time capsule. It tells the story of a factory in a very small town. The factory is has a laundry press that is haunted. Let me just say that slowly in case you didn't catch that. This factory has a laundry press, like one of those big old machines where you stick clothes into. It's functionally an iron. So this movie has a factory that has a haunted ironing press. Are we sure Stephen King wasn't on cocaine in the like the whole thing is that he doesn't remember some of the books that he wrote, including Cujo, because he was high all of the time. But you don't come up with the idea of a haunted iron sober. You just don't. But regardless, the movie basically tells a story about a police detective investigating the situation because the haunted iron has killed people. The detective is played by Ted Levine, aka Buffalo Bill from The Silence of the Lambs, and the factory is overseen by a truly demented character played by Robert Englund. Yes, Freddy Krueger himself. So we essentially get we get Buffalo Bill and Freddy Krueger in the same movie. I'm sure that's a crossover somebody asked for. The thing that I can say about the Mangler is that they try. They actually try to make this work and play it pretty much straight to the degree where I have to be like, I kind of admire the hustle, but I also have so many questions. This is all the makings of a horror comedy almost. It's directed by Tobe Hooper. He has more than a fair share of experience doing horror comedies, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, for example. And Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger got a little bit sillier as the Nightmare on Elm Street movies went on. So it's not completely beyond the pale that they wouldn't go the horror comedy route, but they actually play it rather seriously. It's bizarre to say the least. I'm not going to say this is an outright bad movie, but I just sat there, just mouth agape, sitting there thinking to myself, some of the deaths in this were caused by a fridge in the very beginning, and then we're parlaying into a haunted ironing press. What's next? The killer dishwasher? Not a killer person who is a dishwasher, but an actual dishwashing like a whirlpool. I'm sure you get what I mean. Point is, the Mangler is just so very weird.